Hey friends, welcome to Witch Paint Wednesday. Excuse me. I'm doing something completely different today. Excuse me, jeez. I'm just trying to pull you guys up on YouTube here so I can read your comments. Give me 1 second. Okay, here we are. Oh, I can't wait to have, I'm looking at it on YouTube and I can see that you can see all this junk around me. I mean, someday this will be clean. So I am working on this super cool thing that Chantelle gave me. Chantelle 141 Design Company. If you don't know about her, then you're living under a rock. No, I'm kidding. If you're not in the cross stitch world, then you probably don't know about her. But if you are in the cross stitch world, you probably know about her. And if not, you need to check her out. She has a YouTube, she has an Instagram. She makes these wood pieces for finishing and other cool tools. So I'm going to brag her up this entire Witch Paint Wednesday. So she gifted this to me. She asked me to send a file of my logo, and she made this super cool stand for me. So she sells these stands on her website, but not with my logo. I think she has it with her logo on it. I'm not quite sure. So what you do is you take this, fits in here. Now watch me do it wrong because I'm live, because you know that's how it goes. Hi Christine, hi Lisa. And you put this through here. And it's a stand. So even if you're not a cross stitcher, but you have an iPad that you watch videos on or whatever, this stand is awesome for that. It's got a big enough lip for your iPad. You can adjust this. So if you need a bigger shelf, you can put your iPad on and put other stuff on there if you need to. So that part is adjustable, which I love. I love that it breaks down and is flat, so you can put it in your tote, to take with your stitching or wherever you're going if you're taking your iPad or whatever. So it's collapsible. So that way when you're sitting like at a retreat or whatever, like my logo would show on the other side. When I first put it together, I had the logo facing me and I thought, well, that's dumb. I don't need to see my logo because not only that, but my pattern will be here and it will hide it. So I'm like, duh, Teresa, that goes on the back. So anyway, today I'm painting mine. I signed up for her retreat that is next September. Oh gosh, if I was going to be in town next September, I would go to her retreat as well. She's fabulous. She's the sweetest person. She's very business savvy, very talented, just ideas galore, and very giving and helpful. Super sweet. We the first time we met was at Stitch West, and I'll be honest, I don't remember meeting her. Stitch West to me last year was a blur. There's 200 people there, plus we had a vendor table. So the vendor table was in a whole different room than the retreat, where everyone sat and stitched. And so Kevin and I were in there running our table or our booth or whatever you want to call it for a lot of the retreat. And, then I was presenting and then I was going table to table, trying to meet everyone. And, sometimes you go to a table and not everybody's at the table. And I don't normally go back and visit that table, because there was 200 people there. So it's like I know she was there. I know I met her, but we really did not connect. You know what I'm saying? Then at the Annabella's retreat in April, she was there and we really got to connect there. Not as much as I would have liked, but again, when you're the guest designer, it's just really busy. Then we just got back from the Primitive Gatherings retreat where she stayed at the Primitive Gathering. So after the retreat is over, whoever's lodging at the gathering, you can stay up as late as you want. So her, Denise, Goose, Denise, Kevin, and I, the four of us, and then there were other people that stayed late too. We just all hung out, stitched, and talked business, and talked stitching, and talked family, and just had a total. So we really connected with each other and had a great time. So can't say enough nice things about Chantelle. And she lives exactly 1 hour from my door to her door is 1 hour. And we have a mutual friend, Donna Fidawa. She went with me to well, she lives out there, but the Annabella's retreat was in Lansing area, and that's where Chantelle and Donna both live. And so Donna got to know Chantelle at the Annabella's retreat. So Donna has these stitch gatherings at her house. So she invited Chantelle. So this Friday, I get to hang out with Chantelle again. So I'm really excited about that. And to see Donna, I haven't seen Donna in quite a while. So I'm looking forward to that. And then stitching with Grammy. Barbara Johns will be there. And anyway, it's going to be fun. It's a crazy busy life, but it's full of fun and I love it. So what I did is I met you and her at Annabella's spring retreat. Wasn't that a fun retreat? Yes, lots of fun. It was great. Oh yeah, that was a bigger retreat as well. Yeah, I like it when they're like 60 to 75 people. When they're 150, 125, 150, 200 people, it's a lot to try to. I like to be able to connect with everybody and spend time with everyone. And when there's that many people, it's almost impossible to do so. But yeah, they're all fun. And they all have their own, every retreat I've been to, whether I'm the guest designer or I'm just there to stitch and visit and have fun, they all have their own like flavor. Is that the right word? They all have their own way of running the retreats. They all, have a different ambiance, and there's, just the energy in the room can be different because there's all these different people. It's just, they're all fun. I've never went to one and I had a great time. So anyway, I painted it black. I was kind of worried when I painted it black. I wanted to have it painted black before Witch Paint Wednesday started. This is burned in here. I believe that's how that works. I'm not real familiar with their process. I do plan on going to Chantelle's workshop and seeing how all that stuff runs. I can't wait to do that. But I thought that was going to be, those grooves were going to be like deep in there. And I thought, oh no, if I paint this black, I won't see the design, which will make it impossible to paint, right? So I thought I was going to have to paint everything separate. So I tested it on this one, and you can still see it under that paint, which is fabulous. So I have my black, I don't know if you guys can see it. Let me ask you real quick, is this coming in clear for you? Because I forgot to take it off Wi-Fi. I usually don't use Wi-Fi down here for my lives, but now that we have Starlink, I was wondering how it looked. Let me know if it's choppy or anything like that, because I can switch out and then come back in. Anyway, I don't know if you can see that, but the logo's still there. So now I want to like whitewash over top of this, leaving some of the black to show. And if I get too much paint on, it's no big deal because you can always sand. So let me move this black paint out of the way. I need another palette, aka paper plate. So I'm going to see her. I'm going to see Chantelle on Friday. So I wanted to make sure I want to have this done. I want to have it done for the Primitive Gatherings retreat. I ran out of time. That seems to be my motto lately. I ran out of time. Hey, Jamie. Hi, Phyllis. Nice and clear. Looks good here. Oh, sweet. Oh, good. Just let me know if it starts getting wonky on us. Let me know, and I can switch it over or switch off the Wi-Fi. How big were the Primitive Gathering retreats you were just at? The last one was, I think the total turned out to be like 65, somewhere around 60, 63 to 65, this last one. About 5 people had to cancel at the last minute. I got to shut this door. And that's the largest they've ever had there. So the first one I had there, I think it was like 45 maybe. It was even smaller. So yeah. Nice, nice size. I like that size. Like 65 to 75 people. That's such a nice number. I feel like everyone gets to connect a little more that way. But I'm all for the big retreats too. Whatever retreat I can make it to, I love them. Okay, so I'm looking for my Titan buff, which of course I find one that's empty. Hopefully I have another one. You know, I don't do my painting anymore, or not anymore, but hardly at all anymore. So I don't know where everything's at, but I did find one that's got plenty in it. Oh, this is real liquidy. Why? I don't like these kind. High flow acrylics, I don't like that. So high flow acrylics are great if you just want to cover a large surface really fast. I used a high flow acrylic for painting this because I wanted it thin so that I made sure that that logo still showed up. They're great for that. But if you want to do dry brushing, I prefer like a thicker paint that will kind of like stick in spots and not in others. So I'm kind of desperate here looking for some Titan buff that is, what is this called? Matte. This says fluid acrylics, but it's not real fluidy. But it's just, it's not as thick as like squeezing it out of a tube. Like if you had acrylic paint squeezed out of the tube, it's usually way thicker than these even. Here's one. Let's try this one. So Jamie, the Pink Stitchers, she showed me some, I think it was called 30 Day 30 Faces that she did online. I'm not sure where she got where she took the course or whatever, but she was showing me her amazing artwork. Oh my gosh, she's a very talented artist, and it was all digital on an iPad, which I think is super cool. I love that idea of creating right on the iPad. I love it. What's his name? Geez, Aaron from Autumn Lane Stitchery. Oh God, I missed their videos, but he used to show like, I think he did it right on YouTube or maybe it's on Instagram. He would show a video of himself working on the iPad, creating his cross stitch designs, and like he can change stuff so fast. Like, oh, I don't like that color, boom, boom, and he's a whole different look. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. But that's a whole nother thing that I will probably never learn in my lifetime just because I don't have time. It's funny because a lot of times I say, well, I don't have time to do that. But if I learned how to do it, it could make things go quicker in the long run. It might save me time. I don't know. So I'm just dry brushing this on. You can see my logo starting to show up a little bit better. And I plan on, you know, painting the logo like my sticker, which, oh, I took it over to match up paint and I don't know what I do with it. Let me grab a sticker and I'll show it to you. So if this board turns out the way I want it to, here's the sticker. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see that. So this kind of, I love these stickers because they're real shiny. They kind of look metallic almost. I really love these stickers. So that gave me the idea to use metallic paint. So I'm going to use, let's see, this bronze metallic paint is going to be the outer border, and then this iridescent gold is going to be the inner border. I think that'll look so cool. But I'm just playing around for now. But she gave me 2 of them. So if this one doesn't turn out, I'll have another one to practice on. And if this does turn out, then I'm going to paint the second one the same way and record it and offer it on YouTube for people that might want to do this kind of finish on one of Chantelle's boards. It doesn't have to be my logo. It doesn't even have to be this piece. Any of her boards, this kind of process would work on. Weed Flower Creations, Karen, hello, welcome. Hi, Laura. Hello from Houston, Texas. Weed flower. Hello, all. Hopped on to watch something while crocheting, and a lovely surprise to find I'm catching you live. Sweet. Thank you for joining us. You guys, I recorded my floss tube yesterday, and I was trying to get down here before Kevin and Kyle got to work. It's just easier when there's no one in here, because if they have to print something, they have to wait till I'm done, and I don't want to get in their way, and they don't want to get in my way. So I was in a big hurry to get down here yesterday. Completely forgot to put on any makeup. Oh gosh. I was editing my video and I'm like, God, I look terrible. What's the deal? And then I discovered, I'm like, my eyes look funny. Like, I don't even have any eyeliner or anything on. Like, it's crazy. I forgot, but I quit using foundation a while back. I don't know, probably a month or two ago. And I'm finally comfortable with that. I've always wore foundation, not every day, but like if I was going somewhere, going out or whatever, I would wear it. And I don't know, not that I don't care how I look, it's just more of a health thing, because I know that cosmetics have a lot of stuff in them that's not healthy for you. So anyway, and the stuff I started using, the foundation I was using, kind of caked on a little bit too much for me. And anyway, I just said, I'm just not going to wear it and see if anyone says anything or notices. And I got comfortable with that. But I'm not comfortable with like no eyeliner or something to make my eyes visible. I mean, I kind of have big eyes anyways, but pretty funny. Man, this is some thick paint for being, what did it say it was? Fluid paint. It's pretty darn thick. It's probably because it's kind of drying out because I don't use it as much as I used to. Now, I could do a crosshatch if I wanted to, but I'm trying to kind of keep it going the same way to make it look somewhat like wood grain. I probably will do some sanding on it too, though, just because the grungier the better for me. That's all going to be painted, so that doesn't really matter. All right. Now, this needs to dry. So I'm going to set this aside while I paint the other pieces real quick. So that's going to go like that. So I want to do the brush strokes in the same direction. What's going on in your neck of the woods? I use a tinted moisturizer nowadays rather than foundation. See, that's something I could get into. Very light. That's what I need. You look great without makeup. Oh, thank you. That's very kind of you to say. Oh, doggone it. I did the wrong one. I need to just put this away. High fluid paints. I'm not a fan unless you're just, like I said, trying to cover an area quickly. What would I do with the one I had? You guys. I guess it's this one. I didn't think I squeezed that much out of it. Oh my Lord. This is my other. I know you're here for painting, but this is my other dilemma. So I have a lot of gray hair, and I'm tired of not that I'm tired of doing my roots, because I do them myself, so it's dirt cheap, obviously, because I do it myself. And it doesn't take me but probably half an hour to put it in my hair. I have to wait a half an hour, and then I rinse it out. Not a big deal. But again, I'm putting these chemicals right on my head, and my hair tends to grow kind of fast. So I feel like I just do my roots, and I feel like I turn around and I can see gray already. And I'm like, I got to do my roots again. And it's kind of annoying. So I would like to just see what I would look like. It scares me to death. See what I would look like with just gray hair. Like if is my hair going to be like a mousy brown with gray streaks in it? Or is it going to be like my mom's hair is white? Like my gray is pretty white, but I don't know how much of it is white. And then I'm like, well, how do I do the transition? I don't want like gray roots growing out. So then do I dye it gray? And then I don't know. It's kind of, I'm in this transition time of my life, and I don't know what to do with myself. I know if I let it go gray, it's going to age me like by a bit. But gray hair can be beautiful. I've seen beautiful gray hair. My mom's is completely white, and it looks beautiful on her. So anyway, oh gosh, being a guy is so much easier, right? When it comes to that kind of stuff, anyway. Well, this went quick. Yes, I like that. Since menopause, my skin works better with tinted moisturizer because my face is drier. Yes, foundation seems to cake more. Maybe that's what happened to me too then, because I've never had dry skin, ever. And I don't even put moisturizer on in the morning. I usually do it at night before I go to bed. And then in the morning, I put Young Living frankincense oil on my face. And then I just put on my eye makeup and go. All right, this is not dry yet, so I might as well do this piece then, since I'm still waiting for that to dry. I might have to go over and use the hot, what do you call it? The heat tool. Heat gun? I don't know. I need to go use that. Get these dry so we can actually move on. I'm probably, after I paint this, I'm probably going to put a coat or two of varnish on it, because these pieces are going to be slipping together, and I don't want the paint to eventually come off, which then again, it would just make it grungier, and I like grungy. So I'm going to go wash this brush, and I'm going to go dry this piece with my logo on it so that I can get painting on it. Ooh, almost dropped it. All right, so hold please. I'll be right back. Oh wait, comments. I'm not dyeing my hair anymore. Being white-headed is not so bad. Less chemicals and more time for stitching. Amen, Laura. That's what I'm thinking. Oh, that's funny. Karen said, oh my word, I tried to grow out my gray and felt like a badger by the time my gray area reached my ears. LOL. I ended up going back to coloring it. I also do my own color. Yeah. I don't know if I have it in me to let it grow out. I think I would have to color my hair to blend in with the gray, so as the gray grew out, it all looked one color. Yeah. Oh, it's a dilemma. I'll be right back, guys. Today is another gloomy day here in Michigan. All right, let's move this one. So now I've got one with black on it. Actually, I'm going to want this over here. This here. Let's see, what do we got? I might not dump this out. I'm just going to use the cap. This is going to be a little, like, fiddly work. But I think it'll be cool when it's done. I need to turn on a light. It's too dark in here. I think I'm going to need 2 coats on that too. Oh God, that's a lot better. Yeah, it shows up a lot better, right? With that white on there. Well, it's not really white, but... Fiddly work. That's what this is. Fiddly work. So I got the chair done, you guys. Got it done and got it to them. Plenty of time. The auction isn't until, gal, I think she said October 26th. And I got it to them. It was still September. So what a weight lifted off my shoulders. Well, you know what? Even if I go over this stuff in black, or over this stuff with the gold, I'm going to go over it with black. So I guess I could just go right over it. I'm trying to think of ways to make it go faster. And if I'm going over that in black anyway, I might as well put the gold right over it. This looks so good, and it's going to go so much faster now. So Stitch West is this weekend, guys. Oh man, I would love to be there. I really, really love Deb and Kev. They're great, great people, and they are just so accommodating and kind to everyone who comes to the retreats. I have signed up for the spring one. Hope I can go. I haven't received an invoice yet, so. Oh, this is going to look so cool. This excites me. Thank you, Phyllis. Thank you. Jamie, that's so nice. Oh, Stitch West is on your bucket list. Go in the spring. Go in the spring. You and your mom and sister should go in the spring. The spring one is in Ogden, and Ogden is a cute little, well, maybe it's not little, but a cute town. When Kevin and I were out there for the first time we went out west together was, oh God, was it 2021? Yeah, 2021 at the what's it called? Garden of Quilts. And after I was done teaching one day, we drove to Ogden. It's like, I don't know, maybe 40 minutes away, half hour to 40 minutes, something like that, from where I was, which was, it wasn't like Salt Lake, but a suburb of Salt Lake, anyway. And so it was later in the day, so I couldn't go to Shepherd's Bush because it was closed. But we went to Ogden because our friend, he was the best man in our wedding, he was filling in for a Beatles tribute band, and they flew him out to Ogden to play this gig. So we drove there to see our friend play in a band. How crazy is that? And then after the gig, we went to this bar restaurant, and it was all Beatles related. Like, they had all this Beatles paraphernalia and paintings that artists painted for this restaurant. Or maybe they bought the paintings, or maybe the artist just, to get recognition, gave it to him. I have no idea. But anyway, all kinds of Beatles stuff. It was really, really cool. But how crazy is that we went? Because, you know, our friend is from Michigan here, and Kevin is in a Beatles tribute band with him, and the Tom Petty band with him. So we go all the way out there, and then he's out there too. So cool. But then when I went to Stitch West, that's when I got to go to Shepherd's Bush, and oh my gosh, what an amazing store that is. And Ogden is restaurants and all kinds of stuff going on there. So happy that I can paint over the logo and still see it. You're going to StitchCon. So I'm not sure if my husband would be cool with 2 spring retreats, right? Oh, gals, I have not been to StitchCon. I have not been to StitchCon. God, the signups for StitchCon, I guess signups for all these retreats seem so early, and I'm just not thinking that far ahead. Like, their signup started, what, probably a month ago, and I'm just in the throes of trying to get ready for my retreat and stuff. And anyway, maybe someday I'll get to StitchCon. Sounds a little overwhelming to me, 300 people in a room, but everyone that goes says they love it. So it is a crazy process, but we wanted to do it at least once in our lives. Wanted to do what once in your lives? Oh, are you talking about StitchCon? Karen said I need to win the lottery so I can come over from the UK to see all these shops and go to a few retreats. LOL. Yes, please do. Come on over. Yeah, StitchCon. How you doing on your punch needle, Jamie? You getting in the rhythm of it? I'm so happy I have mine, well, almost finished. I thought I had it done and I forgot I had run out of 310 while I was on my trip. So I just have maybe 5 minutes of punching left to do on it, and then I can fully finish it. I'll have something ready for Nashville. Because I'm not releasing it this fall. It's like I'm killing Kevin and Kyle with these releases. I had one in August, one in September, and then I released the Hello Autumn book, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, hey, keeping them busy, keeping them out of trouble." Or I could release it as a PDF, that punch needle as a PDF in my Etsy, and then do the full release. That way, if someone wanted to punch it for this autumn, they could. I don't know. I don't know about that. All right, I'm going to let that coat dry while I work on... Doesn't that look cool? I don't know if you can see how shimmery it is, but this is, oh gosh, Chris Williams. When I was doing CW Live, Creative Women's Live painting classes, she sent me these. They're called Treasure Gold, and they are by those folk art paints. These are really nice paints. If you want an amazing paint as well, this golden iridescent gold, and it says fine. The coverage on this blows my mind. Like, I might only have to do one coat, because this stuff, the coverage just is crazy thick. Not thick to where it's hard to paint with, though. Thank you, Karen. I've completed a lot of the punch needle. I have the bird done and the... Oh, nice. Wait a minute. I did see that. And your mom's punching it. Because I watched your video. That's right. You guys talked about the retreat and stuff. And that's right. It's because you pulled all that out, right? That one part on the bird, and you've already repunched it. That's awesome. I love that people are picking up punch needle. Makes my heart really happy. Yeah, you started out great on it, and so whenever you see that happen, where it's, if it doesn't look right from the back, it's probably not going to look right in the front. So just kind of keep that in mind as you're punching along. Hopefully this gold is light enough. I might have to get a darker bronze color. You know what? Why am I using this tiny brush? Now, I was using the... You know what? When I do these live videos and I'm talking, I'm not like thinking necessarily about what I'm doing. But I got this little tiny brush out thinking I had to go around all of this. I could use a much bigger brush since I'm not doing all that fussy work right now. Lord have mercy. This will go a lot faster. Uh-oh. If I put it on too thick, though, I can't... Oh, God, this paint's too thick. I can't see. Ruh-roh. It's filling in the grooves a little bit too good. So I need to go a little bit lighter. Here I'm thinking this paint's going to be great because it's thicker, but it's really covering up a lot of the lines. So I think I am going to have to kind of go in between. I talked to Denise, Goose Denise, this morning, and her sister went to Door County today. Oh, how nice. That's so cool that they do that together. Kevin and I were bummed that we didn't. Okay, so I made all the plans as far as where we went, where we stayed, all that. And I thought Door County was like something that we would pass on our way to Copper Harbor. So we left Sunday, the day after the retreat, to go to Copper Harbor. And I thought, well, we can just pop into Door County for a couple hours. I didn't know it was out on a peninsula, and it's not like you can just stop in. You want to spend a day there. And we were kind of bummed that, I didn't realize that. And I really would have loved to experience Door County. So next year, I'm going to have to rethink our travel plans and do something different. Because it was about 5.5 hours from Primitive Gatherings up to Copper Harbor. And so by the time we got up, we had brunch at the gathering, and then we went to Mass, and then we took off. Mass was at 11. Brunch 9:30, Mass 11. That lasted till about 12. We kind of had to just go straight to our Verbo lake house. Anyway, now I know. Spend an extra day or two to hang out in Door County. Can you see the shimmer shine? Go to a fish boil. Oh, I would love to. I still have a section on the bird's breast that I need to fix, but I think I have figured out the rhythm now. Awesome. Yep, once you figure out how to do punch needle, it will go so fast for you, and you'll be addicted, I'm telling you. Because it's so much faster than cross stitch, not that I would trade, one for another, but it's just like, I call it a palette cleanser, where you can just get a project done. Like, if it's small enough, you can punch it in a couple of days and then fully finish it and be like, oh wow, in 3 days I made this, and that's not like 3 8-hour days. I'm talking just spending a few hours each day, if it's small enough. I mean, some of those bigger ones take longer, but just like with cross stitch. But anyway, it's nice to get something done quick once in a while, right? This is turning out so fun. I can't wait to show it to Chantelle when I see her on Friday. Okay. Now, while that's drying, what is this? Oh, I need to paint. Okay, so those lines need to be this darker gold. And I do have some red. Okay. I don't know which red I'm going to use. I love the shimmer too. Would your punch needle pattern with the hummingbird be a good beginner pattern? It would. I mean, the date on it you could leave off, because numbers and letters are kind of hard when you first begin. So if you got too frustrated with it, you could just fill that in. But yeah, it would be a good one. There's not a ton of different colors in it. Oh, this looks good. Wait, that's not supposed to be red. Well, it is now. They're supposed to be black, but I like the red better anyway. It's my logo. I can change it if I want to. Sorry. I should not be singing. And then doing like the sanding over this, I think it's just going to look super cool. So this little line is red. And the big heart and the other little heart's red. I like the red too. I gotta put it on thin or it takes, you can't see all the little. That's why sanding is going to be good, because when I sand, it will help some of the lines of the logo show up better. At least I think so. Well, the berries are black, but you know what? I think I'm going to do the berries red too. You know, I kept my logo simple because I wanted to be able to put it on a lot of different things. But since this is a painting, I can do it a little bit. I can duff it up a little bit. What's up, boo-boo? Why are you whining? Tina Woo. What? What? You need to use your words. You know how you say that to your kids? Your kids or your grandkids? Use your words. Boo-boo, I don't know what you want. Man, this is some tiny little areas. I need a smaller brush. Tina Woo. What? What? This one might be a little tiny. I have really tiny brushes, but I don't see them. They're so tiny I can't see them. What's you want, boo? Jeez. I hate it when the brushes don't come to a point. Like this one is frayed at the end. It drives me crazy. I need a really small one. Ooh, I see it. I found it. I found it. Doggone. Oh, cool. The Pink Stitchers are going to Welcome Stitchery in Minnesota November 10th and 11th for their 24-hour stitch. It sounds like there is also going to be their town's holiday market downtown, picturing a Hallmark movie, right? Oh, that sounds amazing. I am doing a retreat there, spring of 2025. So how far is that away from you, Jamie? No, the red's not shiny. Oh, it's about 5 hours from you? That's not bad. 5 hours is a walk in the park. It's about 5 hours for me to go to Keepsakes. Yeah. Well, I'm going to Amana at the end of the month. Well, actually, I'm going to Spring Green to Country Sampler and staying in the apartment above with some folks. To be honest, I don't even know who all is going. I know Donna's going. She's the one who invited me. And then I think Lisa Smith, Kindred Stitcher. I'm not sure who else. Michelle, maybe? Rudy? I don't know. Anyway, I don't even know how many, and I don't know who. But we're staying there, I think, 2 nights, and then we're going down to the Amana retreat in Amana, Iowa. And that, well, going directly to Amana, which I always, go by myself, that's about 8.5 hour drive. And that is about as far as I want to go, other than driving to Kristen's down in Tennessee. That's about, a 9-hour drive. And whew, that last hour or two is just like, oh, God, it feels a lot longer than it is. All right, I'm going to do a coat of the black, which I'm hoping to do my paint pen. Or I could even do a marker. I wonder if I could just do a marker. No, I don't trust markers. I don't trust markers. Let's see. But then I gotta find my paint pen that I used not too awful long ago. Here are a couple. Figured this would go a lot quicker. Basically, I'm just kind of coloring today. There's no artistic flair today, that's for sure. I think I'm going to leave a little white border around it just to, otherwise I don't think that heart will show up enough. It'd be a lot faster than this. It wouldn't look as cool, but I just had this thought. Like, I could print off my logo and then decoupage it on this thing. And then, like, do crackle paint and stuff over top of it. But I might do, she gave me 2 with my logo, and then she gave me 1 that's blank. The one that's blank, though, I thought about, like, decoupaging one of my angel prints on it. And, like, covering the entire thing with, like, scrapbook paper and my angel. Wouldn't that look cool? So I'll probably record myself doing that one too. Just, I want to give people ideas of what they can do with these stands. Or I have to buy one from her too, because I think it would be cool to take one of my Stitchy Girl prints and decoupage it on there. Since most people that will be buying this from Chantelle are stitchers, I mean, like I said, though, you don't have to be a stitcher. This could hold your recipe book in your kitchen. It could hold your your iPad while you're watching a movie or something on it. You know, it doesn't have to be just for stitchers. We got to think outside the box. Always be thinking outside the box. The fact that it folds flat is one of the coolest features, I think. Lunch break is over. I have a meeting in a few minutes, so I have to run. Love watching you paint. Thank you. So good to see you, Jamie. Well, I guess I didn't see you, but good to hear from you. Have a great rest of your day. Ooh, the country sampler. Yeah. Wonder how far that is from you. I've heard such good things about it. Oh, really? A lot of decoupage ideas have been showing up on your Pinterest feed. Decoupage is fun. It's a fun way to create. I might have to use a marker for this, for the letters though, because they're so small. I'll be here the rest of the day trying to paint all that little stuff and these little thingamajigs. So let me put this paintbrush away. I do need more of this. Wow, it's almost been an hour already. How on earth does that happen? You know, that happens when you're doing something you love and you're really focused. It happens when I'm stitching, punching, painting, whenever I'm like in the creative mode. It goes too stinking fast. So anyway, you guys check out Chantelle. Check out her website. Oh God, what is her website? Chantelle141.com maybe? Or just search, Google search Chantelle141 and you'll find her website and get yourself one of these. These are so nice. Go to Joann's, just get some paints that you like, some colors you like, and then or get some Mod Podge and decoupage stuff on it. Oh, let's see. Maybe I'll do another coat around the edge. Christine said I need to connect with the Pink Stitchers to learn more about the Welcome Stitchery event. Yes. Yes, you should. Or reach out to Welcome Stitchery. Yeah, I know. Well, I saw, oops, I almost dipped into the wrong paint. Welcome Stitchery does have a floss tube, and I know they'll, they talk about their events and stuff they're having, but it'd probably be easier just to give them a call or reach out to Jamie on Instagram, the Pink Stitchers on Instagram. I think that's Jamie's account. So the Pink Stitchers, in case you're not familiar with them, that is a mother and daughters team. So it's Jamie that was just on. She's one of the daughters. She is the oldest daughter, and then there's Erica, and then Chris is the mom. And they're super sweet. So yeah, message them on Instagram. Must be close to you then. Welcome, Stitchery. It's so fun that they go and do stuff like that together. The mom with her daughters. I love that. I love that. You know what song I have in my head now? Because I said it's my logo and I can change it if I want to. Yep. It's my party, I can cry if I want to. It's going to be stuck in my head most of the day now. Probably yours too, and you'll be cursing me. Oh, that second coat of paint is looking so good. I'm so curious to see what it looks like when I sand it. It's exciting. I want it to look like aged, scuffed up. All right, where did I start? Did I go all the way around yet? I think I did. Oh, that's looking cool. Doesn't it look cool, you guys? Yes. Sock hop music. That would be pretty. A lot of decoupage. Oh, I already read that. Oh, I saw someone who did with a white craft pumpkins with blue floral paper napkins. The pumpkin's beautiful. Oh, cool. Yes, I'm going to paint over the letters with black. Thank you, Phyllis. Thank you. Yeah, but I'd like to just use a permanent marker. It's gonna have to be, this one might work because it's pretty new. Well, that's probably still wet, so I'm gonna do the vines. Yeah, if you don't stay right on the grooves, it looks a little bit choppy, but you know what? What branches don't have jagged edges, right? Plus there's a line like right here that goes, it's black, goes all the way around. God, if they open that door, they're going to hit Bubba. Bubba, you're making me nervous laying there. You better be ready to jump up, buddy. Well, that makes it pop, doesn't it? And then I got a black line going around it too. Yeah, it doesn't want to write on this gold as much. Or maybe my marker is like not loving paint. Oh, going over the paint, I think. Yeah, not loving that. There's X's in the hearts, like for cross stitch. Do I really need to draw those in there? I don't know if I can even see them well enough. Yeah, I'm not doing that. Maybe when I sand it, they'll show it better. So let me get the paint pen back out. See if I can do these, because this is fairly dry. Let's see. Maybe it's not dry enough. Yeah, I need to go dry this. I think this is a good point to stop. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I will be back next week. I don't know what I'm going to paint next week though. I need to work on the St. Michael boxes because I really want to give those as Christmas presents to the kids this year. So, yikes. Gal, we need it more than ever, don't we? St. Michael. So anyway, I'll either be painting on that or I have an acrylic painting I started when Kristen was here to visit in, what was that? September, the 1st of September or the last of August. Anyway, thanks for being here today. I'll see you next week, and I wish you lots of creative time. Thanks again. Bye. Oh, and I'll have this done by the end of today, so look for a picture of it on Instagram at instagram.com/Teresa Kogut. If you don't follow me there, that's where you'll see all this kind of stuff when I get it done. All right. Peace out. Bye.